Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
Smart driving brings great economic and ecological benefits. Knowing the keys of how to reduce the consumption and emissions of our car is very important to improve the performance of the vehicle and save on maintenance, in addition to significantly reduce the risk of accident. From the CarWow team, we bring you the best tips for efficient driving. Shifting gears in the optimum range. The first gear should be used only to start the journey and then engage the second gear. It is not advisable to drive for more than 2 or 3 seconds in first gear if we are looking to save fuel and be more efficient in driving. Once we are driving either in the city or outside it at higher speeds, we should try to accelerate progressively and shift up in the optimum range of revolutions. The right time to upshift is not exact and varies according to each car and each fuel. If the car is a diesel, the optimum rev range is lower than in a gasoline car that will always need to be more rev to admit the next gear. It will also influence a gasoline car if it has a turbo or not. As a general rule, naturally aspirated cars need a higher RPM range and, therefore, they also tend to consume more. Taking advantage of inertia. One of the most important tips for a drastic reduction of the consumption of our car is to know how to take advantage of the favorable slopes that the road presents us daily. One of the biggest myths is that in downhill situations it is best to drive in neutral with the car's inertia. This is not true. The best way is to maintain a high gear and take your foot off the accelerator so that the car goes down the slope with zero consumption. The use of engine braking is another of the most important premises to save fuel and be more efficient. It is preferable to release the foot of the accelerator when we want to brake, rather than to rush to the end and make an abrupt braking. In the same line as before, if we release the right foot with the gear engaged, the consumption of the car will be zero, and at the same time the engine itself will slow down the vehicle little by little. In this way, mainly in the city, it is a very useful method to reduce consumption. Maintaining a stable speed. Another key to efficient driving is to try to maintain a constant and moderate speed. Each gear has an optimum speed at which it has a more adequate consumption. If we drive in fifth gear at 100 km per hour at 2,500 RPM and maintain this stable speed without abrupt acceleration or braking, the car will have better fuel consumption compared to a situation in which we drive varying between 90 and 120 km per hour alternating gears. In addition, this method is also a good way to make driving safer. Weight also has an influence. If we make a long trip with 4 passengers and luggage, the car will have to support an extra weight and the consumption will be higher than if we make the same trip with 2 passengers and without luggage. The lowered windows also increase consumption as well as the use of heating or air conditioning. Following all these tips will help you drive more efficiently and environmentally friendly. The car will consume less fuel and slightly reduce its emissions. In addition, because we will be taking better care of it, the car components will be in better condition, and this will help to better maintain the vehicle. In conclusion, mastering the keys to efficient driving not only enhances your safety on the road but also contributes to fuel savings and reduces your environmental impact. By maintaining a steady speed, minimizing distractions, and keeping your vehicle well maintained, you can significantly improve your driving experience. Remember, being a responsible driver is about more than just reaching your destination. It's about making smart choices that benefit you and those around you. Thank you for watching, and drive safely.